Lagos rally. We are still monitoring things going on. I was there earlier today. My crew was there, and then momentarily we have to keep giving live updates or other online what you call it, as the sportsmen call commentary ahead. So we are giving the commentaries on what the success has become. Now, I understand a lot of people are so happy, and while a lot of people are also not happy, that's the beauty of democracy. And we are here as democratic beings or people. So I want to tell you that today was a success already. People have called me to ask, where Sunday Igboho, is it there? I'm like, it's not compulsory. What is important is that Sunday Igboho has inspired a lot of people to take their destinies in their hands, step out and ask for their rights. So it makes a lot of sense that with or without Sunday Igboho, people have been inspired and he has stepped out. He stepped out through people who are angry, whose voices he has been speaking for a very long time. And then finally people stepped out and you saw it. People came out to say, no, we're tired of the situation in the country. And then whether Sunday Igboho is here or not, it doesn't matter. What matters to all of us is that we're tired. And then you saw the crowd. And let me begin by giving you the chronicles of how it started. At first, it was show of force since yesterday by the Nigeria Police Force. And then this morning, they were there, keeping vigil, waiting for who would step out first and all that. And then suddenly, by the time it was something around 10 a.m., they were hoping to isolate Sunday Igboho if he steps out so that they could pick him. And then, he's been declared wanted already, transfer him. But then, people instead stepped out, and you saw different groups. The first group that came out, I don't want to mention, I don't even know them. The second group that came out, I don't also know them. But you saw the third group after they fired. The police first fired. They first fired hot water cannon at people to disperse them. Subsequently, people decided to do what? They regrouped. After regrouping, the police decided, oh, water isn't working, so they had to start firing tear gas canisters. Until later they were like, oh boy, it looks like these people wearing white aprons want to come together, and then Sunday will appear in their midst, and at that moment it might be difficult to control. So what they did was to start shooting like bullets. In the course of it, unfortunately, and at this point I no longer have to smile, even though broadcasting requires that you want to put a smile, you want to be presentable and all that, but I'm so sorry. At this point I can't smile. A 14-year-old girl hawking for survival was shot by the police. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. But I want to say that there was a success, huge success today. If Nnamdi Kanu in the southeast could declare people should not come out, and the stay-at-home order had whatever percent different analysts have given it, there was success to some percentages. People stayed at home. If Showore will say, against all odds, we are coming out. I mean, Showore has demonstrated it from day one, and that's why I say respect that man till tomorrow. Even when Showore was abducted, and this is the pattern you have to all learn. The Nigeria security agencies have one pattern. If you announce that you're coming out for a rally or whatever, 2 days before, they'll come and bombard you. If you have not noted it before, let me teach you. I wasn't expecting Sunday Igboho. Unfortunately, Sunday Igboho was a businessman before he decided to step in the arena. Otherwise, he would know. If not, Sunday Igboho would have known that few days building into the proposed rally, it should not even be at home. Even though you could put some things as decoy in the house. August 3rd, 2019, Showore's rally was slated for August 5th, 2 nights before they busted him in the same Gestapo manner, middle of the night. We were supposed to be taking note if we had united in order to use that experience to build into this one. But it's also good, and that is today is the proper induction of Sunday Igboho into the lionhood. The Nigerian state has successfully today lionized Sunday Igboho, and we want to welcome him to the club of people who still say something and it happens. Although there are still criticisms as to why he didn't show up at least. If Showore, somebody is talking about my audio not being clear. Is it still not clear? Let me address that quickly. How is the audio now? I think we can manage it. I'm so sorry about what the situation is. It's just that I have to do a lot of things technically, but whatever the case, manage it. Okay, let's continue. Can we manage it now and continue? Now, Sunday Igboho is properly now welcomed to the lionhood. What we all should know. Someone said it's better. Okay, let's continue. What we have now all should know is that if Showore could pull, even when he was arrested and in detention, there were comrades on ground who demystified the police, because the police thought once you strike the shepherd, the sheep would scatter. Unfortunately for them, they thought arresting Showore was all. But Showore was in their gulag since August 3rd, but the protest still went ahead August 5th. It's similar matter, it's similar templates they are adopting here. Now they took Igboho, they went to his house, and they thought that by sending scare tactics into the air, people will withdraw and stay back home. Unfortunately for them again, Nigerians are no longer fools. If there are 1,000 people on the road, police would not stay to say they want to stop them. Now look at the few people who came out today at Ojota, with or without Sunday Igboho. They are simply sending a message. And the message is that you may have the weapons, you may have the guns, you may have the water tanker, you may have the canisters of tear gas, you may have government power and authority backing you, you may have the bulletproof and everything, but you can't repress people who are determined, because you cannot beat people and still ask them not to cry. It doesn't make sense anywhere to anybody. Now, imagine we now have Nnamdi Kanu who can control or who can command a percentage of oppressed people in the southeast to sit at home and they comply without being elected through the ballot. I mean, the struggle for liberation is choosing its own leaders, and we should identify and acknowledge that fact already now. If Nnamdi Kanu could command people to sit at home, and they sat, a large percentage of them, without being elected through any ballot, Showore could say, regardless of police threats and attempt at intimidation and oppression, people should come out. Even when he was in detention, people were coming out on August 5th. And subsequently, you saw other protests. Even with the threat of gun, Showore was still coming out. They were shooting him, he was still coming out, subsequent protests. Even on June 12th. Now we have Igboho, who will not even come out to Lagos, who did not even step a foot, and people still said on Igboho's mandate, on Igboho's order and interest to liberate all of us, we subscribe. Isn't it enough for all of us to understand that we now need to only match these efforts? It has become clear that there is a tyrant in position who doesn't want people to be democratically, who doesn't want people to express themselves democratically. What does it therefore take to now start overseeing a proper process where we merge the following of the oppressed people of the Southeast, oppressed people of the South, oppressed people of the South-South and Southwest to start coming together? We already have formidable fronts. Let's look for a way for all oppressed people can come together and start challenging the tyrant in power. We understand completely. People are reacting differently. You will be saying, okay, I understand that the reason the country is like this is the bad leader. And if we all come together, we can challenge that leader and fight him to a standstill. To either change his position or his direction by oppressing citizens and allow everybody to express true federation, or, if you don't mind, let everybody be on their own. That is that is what we have been saying all since. Some people still believe that the country is not the problem. And they have analyzed their reasons, which is also understandable. That if we break the country now, Yoruba will have problem, Igbo will have problem, everybody, even the North, will have problem. Maybe the North will manage themselves well. Those who are against breaking of the country are saying, if we break the country now, Yorubas will have a lot of problems. Lagos will have problem with others in Yoruba. Osun will say they are the Ile-Ife, and that is the origin of Yoruba. Oyo will say Oyomesi, we are the ones who are supposed to be the capital. Ogun State will say they have produced the most of presidents in Nigeria, and that they are the ones who should have say politically, and so on and so forth. They have their own points. But those who are also saying, let us even break and see, also have their points. You know why? Because the leadership is not even giving people the right sense of membership or belongingness to the country. Everybody feels marginalized. So it makes it look right for anybody to prefer any answer to the situation of the country. Now, those who say if we break the country, it may take another 10-20 years for individual region to settle. 20 years for individual region to even resettle. 20 years is not child's play. While the rest of the world is busy developing, we'll be winding back our own sense of development. Burning down infrastructure, killing one another over Remo, Ijebu, supremacy battle, Lagos, Oyomesi and Co, supremacy battle, Modakeke and Ife, supremacy battle. All of those might reignite. Until you are sure that you have made preparations for all those, it might be too sudden to break the country, because all of these problems will rear their heads again. So those who are against breakup for now have a point. Even though most of them also understand that to break it, we have to be sure that we have laid enough and fundamental templates. They are also right. Those who are also saying, even if we break, anyhow, they also have a point. Because this country as it stands right now does not guarantee the sense of belongingness or membership. Those who are running away from Nigeria as we speak are not running because because they hate their paternity. They are not running away from the country because they don't like to be Nigerian. But because the situation of the country is not even worth it. There is no sense of belongingness in the country. So, if all of those blocks who are angry and responding or reacting differently can find a middle ground to start coming together to say, let us, even if we want to break, let us first challenge the leadership that want to criminalize the rights to freedom of expression and association. Can we even start tackling that first? To achieve a breakup may not be even now. It may take time. But before then, how many more rights do we want to succeed to the federal government? They have taken away the right to freedom of expression. They are taking away the right to freedom of association. They are taking away the rights. How many more rights do Nigerians want to succeed or cede to the Nigerian government before the breakup happens? They have captured Nnamdi Kanu. How long more do we know it will take to reorganize the IPOB or to reorganize the Igbo people who are chanting or who want to be on their own, even though they have a right to self-determination? Now, Sunday Igboho was declared wanted, and he can't even step out today at the Lagos rally, even though he inspired people to step out. But he could not even come out on his own. This is further repression. And until we start merging all these blocks together, blocks of oppressed people, to start challenging the government that want to criminalize fundamental human rights, we must take that on first. When last did you buy anything in the country? How much was it? Do you realize that the cost of everything is going up? When are we going to at least say enough is enough for this one, even while we are working on our dream republics? Because it's still a dream for now. Yeah, achievement starts with dream, and the dream has started. But we also know at the same time that we can't achieve this dream the same day we dreamt it. So while we are working on the dream coming through, the repressive and oppressive regime that is holding majority people to ransom, can you at least address that? Can these blocks at least come together, first of all, address this problem, and it will become easier to pick the last one, which is the main subject of rescue. Gentlemen and ladies, oppressors are not Fulanis, they are not Hausas, they are not Igbos, they are not Yorubas. Oppressors are oppressors, and they are spread across all tribes. Are you saying there are no oppressed Fulanis in Nigeria? Are you saying there are no oppressed Igbos because Yorubas are the ones claiming to be suffering and have no jobs in Lagos? Are you saying Igbos are not oppressed when they are in the southeast because they believe it is only one set of people? Because I don't understand. Everybody is oppressed. When will the oppressed at least come together? But I'm happy at the development. It is making the oppressed people realize that their problem is not necessarily one person. Their problem is not necessarily another person. Their problem is the common enemy. And until the blocks start coming together, you can't even remove this oppression in Nigeria, let alone of if a new set of oppressors organize themselves or gang themselves up in your new republic. You can't even repress them, because the one in Nigeria you can't even take off. So all the blocks must first come together as oppressed people. Bond yourselves together. And this is so today. If police say 1,000 people, they can't stand. But why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? Imagine 1 million people now step out. Imagine 1 million people now step out. and I'll not say more than that for now. My name is Shegun. I leave you with Larry Safari, Vagabonds in Power VIP. Bye for now.